Now, over the past week, 25 countries, including New Zealand, have been meeting in Hobart to discuss protection of the Ross Sea region in Antarctica. New Zealand has proposed a marine reserve area, but environmentalists are concerned about overfishing of that area. Well, documentary maker and founder of the last Ocean Charitable Trust, Peter Young, has been in Hobart and joins me now. Good morning, Peter. Thanks for your time this morning. So New Zealand's effectively proposed a deal which designates this massive 2.27 million kilometre protected area in which there is a 1.6 million kilometre no-take zone. Effectively, it would become the largest marine protected area in the world. Is that accurate as far as I read it?
Yes, that's what's been proposed, Rawdon.
But you're not happy with this?
No, we feel that it could have been a lot stronger proposal. You know, the Ross Sea is, like we say, the most intact marine ecosystem left on Earth, and we need to jealously guard these last remaining places. And I felt that New Zealand, being what we historically, this courageous, conservation-minded country, could have gone into CCAMLR with a much stronger proposal. Instead, what happened was that we entered the first weeks of negotiation battling with our ally, the US, over, you know, we were two children in the corner of the playing field when we had a lot bigger battles ahead of us.
I'll just outline that CCAMLR being the Commission for the Conservation of Antarctic Marine Living Resources, which is what this meeting's all about, of course. Now, you talk about these squabbling children in the corner. At the end of the day, though, the Americans have agreed to this, so it does seem as though a resolution, a compromise, has been agreed to. That would surely be a positive thing.
Yes, it is, you know, and we've got to take each step as it comes. But you know, we've come from the position that we want to protect the entire Ross Sea, because it is the last place, and the foundation of the Last Ocean movement are 30 world-leading Ross Sea scientists that say this place is really valuable, and they've been joined by 500 scientists worldwide backing that position. So while it is to be commended and it's a step in the right direction, it's not far enough.
Of course, it's the old battle, isn't it? I suppose capital versus conservation. You know, a compromise has been put on the table which allows particularly the tooth fishing industry to continue to thrive, its valuable export market, versus, as you've put it, preservation of something which is growing very, very small and few and far between are these protected areas. However, if we don't look at a compromise like this, are we ever going to find a resolution, although this is a step in the right direction as far as you're concerned?
Well, who knows what the future holds? We had a public debate 6 weeks ago, and the Executive Secretary of CCAMLR, who'd been there for 12 years, said bold moves make a mark in that international arena. So without making those bold moves, I'm talking about New Zealand here, stepping boldly and withdrawing our own fishing interests, we'll never know really what plays out. You've got to put your best foot forward, and I just believe that we can't afford not to do that. You know, the world is a very different place. We are down to these last areas, and we need to guard them. You know, in New Zealand, we know that. The Kiwis, we protect them. They're an intrinsic part of who we are. In this global world, the Ross Sea is the equivalent of the Kiwi.
Finding resolutions when it's such a large number of countries involved is always going to be hard, is it not? In this situation, do all 25 countries have to agree for the next step in the process to take place?
Yeah, I mean, that is the challenge. And, you know, we don't want to take away from the hard work that the New Zealand delegation and the US have been putting in there. They want a resolution, but that is a challenge that we face. And we just have to convince those nations, we're talking nations like Russia, Korea, China, the fishing nations, that there's actually more value in keeping this place pristine than there is treating it like another fishing ground. The world is full of second-hand fishing grounds. We've only got one last ocean.
Peter, quick question, and not going to be an easy one for you to answer, but given a choice, would you take what's been proposed over no deal at all?
Well, no deal at all means that it's just going to roll over until next year. So we get an option, the opportunity to maintain our campaign and revisit it. And CAMLA will feel its own pressure because they want a resolution as well. So not all is lost, Rawdon.
All right, Peter Young, thank you very much indeed. Much appreciated. The founder of Last Ocean Charitable Trust.